Hey warrior! Yes, I'm talking to you. I can't see you, but I know you're in there. I do. I know you're in there. I do. I know. Hi. Yes, I see you. Hi. Welcome to day one of the Beginner Warrior program. And we're gonna be showing up every single day for the next 4 weeks with each other. Yeah, you and me together with me like this by the end of the 30 days. I'm really excited to start. We're pretty much gonna get right into it. I just wanna point out a couple of key things. One, we're not in a gym. Oh my God, weird. We're in my apartment, as I would assume you are probably in your home as well. And this is the comfort. This is my living room. This is my kitchen. This is my brick wall I love, and this is my bedroom. We use movement not as a way to burn calories or lose weight or gain muscle. Yeah, that might all happen as a side effect, like a positive side effect, right? But that's not the reason why we show up. The reason why we show up is because movement is powerful for our minds, our mental health, and we made a commitment to continue to improve ourselves and take the control into our hands of what we actually can do. We are no longer saying, I can't do that, but we are starting to ask ourselves, what can I do? And what we can do today is move in the comfort of our own home, in our sweatpants, not wearing shoes, because we have air in our lungs and we have the physical capability to move. And right there and then, that is something to be extremely grateful for. So on that note, I have a mantra that I like to say at the beginning of all of our videos, and I would like you to adopt it if you so choose, because I feel it's very powerful in turning our minds into focusing on what we're about to do. So the mantra is, I am strong, I am powerful, I am a warrior, and I am ready for this workout. Yeah. We say it again at the end. It's a little bit different, but pretty much the same thing. Okay, so what you're gonna do is just follow along with me, and I'm gonna talk you through what we're doing. So we're gonna warm up. Mobility, man. Mobility is key. Mobility is king. Raise your hands up above your head. Spread your feet apart, wider than hip width. All right, take it down. Keeping your legs straight, dropping your head, rounding your lower back. And you're just gonna kind of float from side to side. I want you to feel and connect to your body. What's tight? What's warming up? What hurts? What doesn't hurt? What feels good? You're gonna roll up. Take a deep breath in, arms up again. Just kind of shift your weight from side to side, and as you do, you're gonna push your hip forward, alternating. Get a little bit of a rotation all the way, right and left. Then we're gonna take it down. Again, nice big bend at the waist, dropping your head, allowing your lower back to really stretch. Cross your hands over your arms. And I want you to just allow your spine, your hips to twist. Good, if you can touch the ground, go for it. And now what we're gonna do is sit our butts back into a squat position. So keeping your feet wide, and we're just gonna move our hips back and forth, allow your feet to come up a little bit. And then you're gonna straighten your legs again. This time you're gonna shift your hips back and forth. I want you to feel the stretch in the back of your legs. We're gonna come down into a squat again. You're gonna do a little shaky shake. Sitting your weight into one side and then the other. Lifting your heels up to get a little bit lower. We're gonna straighten them again. We're gonna just kind of shift from side to side now. Straightening one leg, bending the other. Make sure your hips are facing forward and your feet are wider than hip width. Come down into a nice squat again. Maybe get a little bit lower. We're gonna use our elbows to push our knees apart and take our hands off the floor. Ooh, let my butt drop a little bit and then come on up. Roll all the way up. Good, whew, that felt good. All right, take it down to the squat again. We're going right into it. This time, you're gonna raise one arm up. It's okay if you need to shift your weight over. You're gonna raise one arm up, shift your weight over, raise the other arm up. And then from here, you're gonna straighten your legs and roll up. And we're gonna go right back down. Roll down, squat again, raise the right side. So I'm trying to stretch the sides of my back here. Raise the left side, and straighten my legs and roll up. Good, do it again. Raise one side, raise the other. Good, this time you're gonna leave both arms up, and wherever your squat is, you're gonna stand there. You're gonna stand from there. Good, we're gonna do that again. So, legs are straight. We know this position now pretty well. Bend the knees, raise one arm up, raise the other, and stand. Good, we're doing 3 more like that. Bend completely in half. Bend the knees, drive the knees out with your elbows. Raise one arm, the other, and up. 2 more. Bend it in half, squat it down, raise the right, raise the left, stand it up. 1 more. Bend it, squat it, raise right, raise left, and stand. All right. Now we're gonna come into a kneeling position on hands and knees. You are going to bring your left foot outside of your left hand. So we're in this half kneeling position. You're gonna stand up, one knee's on the ground. You're gonna shift all of your body weight forward as much as you can. We're stretching the back leg. And then you're gonna sit back onto your heel, stretching the front leg hamstring, which is the muscle of the back of your leg. This one is tight. Right here, baby. Good, you're gonna switch back to the first position, so shifting your body weight forward again, so you're stretching the back leg. We're gonna add a hand raise. Raise that. The hand that you raise is on the same side of the leg that's in the back. We do this, you should feel a more intense stretch in your hips, in the front of your body. We're gonna lean to the right, or whatever it is, lean towards the leg that's in front. Good, you're gonna lean a little bit more forward, and lean again to the right, or whichever leg is forward. And then come on back to that hamstring stretch. Woo! Tighty McTitersons. This muscle is obviously tight for me, and some muscles are going to be tight for you and others won't, and it's just good to note which ones you do feel are tight, are harder to stretch. They're usually the ones that hurt a lot and you don't want to stretch. Just a hint. Lean forward again, we're staying on that same side, raise the same arm that the leg is back, and lean it over. Good, come on back again to that hamstring stretch. Let's try and get a little bit of a deeper stretch this time. Good, so now what we're gonna do is do 5 of these in a row, a little bit faster tempo. I'm gonna set the pace, so I'll probably be a little faster than you, but do your best. We're gonna go 5 forward and 5 back. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna reach up 5, and then sit back. And reach up again, 4, and then sit back. And then again, 3, sit back. Let's look up at our hand, 2, sit back, and 1, and sit back. Good job. All right, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So opposite leg is forward now, and you're gonna shift all your body weight forward. Yeah, okay, sit back, stretch that hamstring. I like this stretch because it's, if you notice, we're doing dynamic movement. Dynamic movement is, it's kind of redundant, but it means moving while you're stretching. Things that are dynamic. We're bringing movement to our stretches. So if you notice, shift your weight forward again, we're not ever gonna really do static stretches. We may pause and hold them, but it's only for a few seconds. Bring it back. We won't be doing static stretches because they don't allow our bodies to open up. They don't really do much to prevent injury, and bringing movement is what this program is all about. Bring it forward again. Raise that same side arm as your back leg. You're gonna lean to the leg that's in front. So I'm reaching over to the right and sit it back. We're gonna do one more slow, and then we have 5 fast. Reach it forward, lean it over. Ooh. Good. Sit it back. Ooh. Do your best. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go 5, little faster pace. 1 second, I need to fix this mat because it is killing my knees. Okay, doubling up, doubling up. Okay, which leg was in front? I don't remember. All right, here we go. Lean it forward, sit it back, breathing nice and deep. Lean it forward, sit it back. We're going 3, sit it back. This is 2. Oh, sit it back. And 1, and sit it back. Woo! Good, let's go both knees down, and you're gonna sit in this child's pose right here. So sitting back onto your heels. I'm shifting my weight back and forth. You're gonna come up to a hands and knees position, and you're gonna sit back. Now this time you're gonna come up to a hands and knees position, but you're gonna drop your hips. As you drop your hips, squeeze your butt together, squeeze your cheeks. Let your hips drop to the floor, squeeze your cheeks. Wherever they're at, if they're not on the floor, that's fine too, obviously mine aren't. Squeeze your cheeks. We're trying to get a stretch in the hip flexors, which are these muscles that you'll feel stretching right here in the front of your leg, right where your hip bones are. Kind of feels in there. Sometimes we feel the stretch in our quads. All that's good. It actually helps relieve lower back tension. Now you're gonna shift right and left in your hips. Right, left, keep squeezing your glutes. You don't wanna pinch your lower back here, so that's why we protect and squeeze with our glutes. Sit back into your child's pose again. Come forward and down, squeeze your glutes together. Glutes, booty, cheeks, whatever word you prefer. I like to say glutes because it sounds super professional. Good, sit back again. So now we're gonna do that 5 times in a row, a little faster. So we're coming down, squeeze your glutes, let your hips drop a little bit. Look up at the ceiling, sit your hips back. 5. Look up at the ceiling, drop your hips, squeeze your butte. 4. Look up, drop your hips, a little bit lower. 3. Look up, drop your hips, a little bit lower. 2. And last one. Good. What's as you like to say in my home country of Long Island. All right, feet wide apart. You're gonna open your hands out wide as well. You're gonna take your, we'll just say it, left hand, touch your right foot. Yeah. Keeping your legs as straight as you can. Reaching up the other arm towards the ceiling. And you wanna try and look up at that arm up at the ceiling. Then we're coming back to the center. Arms wide open, right hand, left foot. Ooh, crack. I love when I hear my body crack, it makes me feel so good. Keeping your legs as straight as you can, looking up at that right hand, that hand above you, if you can. Come back to the middle, do it again, left hand, right foot. Trying to rotate your body a little bit more. In this I think about, can I get my belly button to face the ceiling? Probably not, but that's what I'm thinking about. Anyway, it helps me get a little bit of a better rotation. Come center, right hand, left foot. Try and get that belly button, face that ceiling. Always go back to your breath if it gets hard, if it gets tough. Okay, so we're gonna take this a little bit faster. So we're gonna go right and left 5 times each side. Remember, you're rotating from your belly button, so trying to get your belly button to face the ceiling. All right, here we go. Keeping your legs straight, look up. 1, 2, a little bit more of a rotation, 3, 4, 5, good job. Walk your feet in, roll it up. All right, we're gonna move right into a little set. But before I do that, I wanna teach you something. So we'll have these little teachable moments, because these are part of the foundational things that you need for a future program. So we're gonna work on core foundation. Most important thing you could do for any movement program ever. So we're gonna learn about proper stance and core engagement for pretty much almost every exercise that we're gonna be doing over the next 30 days. So for this, I want you to do this with me. So we're gonna do what I call, what should we call this? We're gonna call this the duck stance. It's formally called an anterior pelvic tilt, but we're gonna call it a duck stance because why? This is the exaggerated version of a duck stance. So this is my duck butt, and this is my tall chest, right? That's how a duck looks. Some people actually stand, most people actually stand in some form of this. So I want you to exaggerate your posture, and I want you to stick your butt out, and I want you to arch your back, your lower back here. So when we're in this position, it is the wrong position if you haven't gotten that already. It's the position we don't want to do. And it may not be this extreme, but it's probably some variation of this that is actually having our lower back take a lot of the stress, is not having our core engaged at all, and is also leaving our glutes really weak. It actually hurts to stand like that for a while. My back starts to seize up. It leaves our glutes weak, it leaves our abs weak, it leaves no foundation. If I try and lift something over my head like this, my back is taking all of that stress. If I try and squat with my back like this, no. If I try and lift something off the ground like this, nope, I'm gonna pull my back out. Forget about exercise, talk about real life. That's how people injure themselves. So, this is our duck stance. This is wrong. We are gonna go into the Steve Urkel. Anyone remember Steve Urkel, Family Matters? You with me, 90s babies? Yeah, go Google it. All right, so the Steve Urkel, if you remember, Steve Urkel used to walk around like this all the time with his suspenders and his nerd glasses. So this is the other extreme. What happens when we do this? And the formal phrase is called a posterior pelvic tilt. So for this, we literally scrunch our butt up underneath us, like we're trying to hold in all of the things as if, like, you know, we're on a subway that's stuck underground and we need a bathroom ASAP, but we gotta hold it in. So our butt is tucked under, and immediately our abs also tuck in. So this is now really tight. This is really tight. My knees are a little bit bent, and yeah, my shoulders might be rounding forward, but that's okay. We're not gonna talk about that right now. So this is the position that I'm talking about. So this is the duck position. Our back was arched, our glutes are weak, our abs are weak, and our knees are locked. I didn't say that before. Steve Urkel, our glutes are tight, our abs are tight, and our knees are slightly bent. This is the extreme of every single core foundational engagement that you want to find in every single movement that you do, okay? Why? Because here I'm stacked. My spine is stacked, my abs are engaged, not just here, but our core is this whole thing. Front, back, sides included. I like to say from our shoulders to the bottom of our butt, front and sides is our core, okay? So it's not just here. And a big part of that is a muscle that goes around our bellies like this, like a weight belt, like a corset, and it acts as a way to protect our spine. And that's what we were really trying to engage in every single movement. So another thing to help you find this, it's a pelvic tilt. So we're actually pushing our hips, our hip bones forward when we're in the duck position, and we are tilting our hip bones back when we're in the stevergal position. So I want you to play back and forth between these two positions so that you know what the extremes are. So we're here, and then I'm gonna push my hips back and tuck my butt under, and then I'm going arched, and then I'm going tuck, and then I'm going arched, and then I'm going tuck. A great way to do this is actually on the floor or against a wall. So we'll do this on the floor for a second, since we have a good view of the floor. So you're just gonna be feet on the floor, and I want you to arch your back as much as you can. So right here, nothing's engaged. My abs are loosey-goosey, nothing happening. Now I want you to tuck your hip bones back. Okay, you may feel your butt come off the floor a little bit, but the thing that you should feel is your lower back is now pushing into the floor, and you can't put your hand through that space. So when I was here and I was arched in the duck position, I could totally fit my hand under my lower back because there's a hole. We don't want a hole. We want to plug that hole up so I can't fit anything in there. This is the position to be in for any exercise we're on the floor, or any exercise that we're standing, plank position, and lots of other things to come. So this is going to be a major foundation. This will not be the first time we talk about this, because it is so important that I just want to drill it into your heads until your body automatically goes, oh, we're doing exercise? Okay, we're doing an exercise. Not, oh, we're doing an exercise. So I'm gonna leave it there for now, and we're gonna do a 3-minute set, 3 exercises, 1 minute each, and get our heart rate going. All right, here we go. All I want you to do is step tap your feet. All right, we're starting in 5, just mirror me, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're doing jumping jack, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we're doing a march. So lift your knees up, 4, 5, jumping jack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, march, 1, 2, knees super high, 4, 5, jump, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, keep going, 1, 2, 5, knee, 5, keep going, 3, 4, 5, knee, 2, almost there, 15 seconds, nice deep breaths, 5, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost there, 4, 5, good, come to the front of your mat, if you have a mat. I want you to bend down like we did in the first workout. You're gonna inchworm, walk your hands all the way out, yep, until you're in that plank position, and then you're gonna inchworm, walk your hands back up, and roll up. All right, so I want you to think about that position with your hips as we do this. So tuck the hips under, reach for the floor, try and keep your abs engaged and braced. Even here, tucked under, walk it back. Good, walk it forward. Nice deep breaths. Roll it up, roll it down. Good, do your best. If you need to bend your knees to get your hands to the ground, go for it. If you need to bend your knees to come back up, do it. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, let's take it to a wide feet position, wider than your hips. Toes are pointing out, okay? Whew. What we're gonna do is squat down like we did before. So you're gonna just bend your knees and squat down. Good. Then you're gonna raise one knee up and then the other knee up. Here we go. Squat, stand, left, right. Squat, stand, left, right. Nice and deep. I know this might seem really simple and really basic, and some of you may find it really tough and challenging. Whether it's the movement or just continuing to be here, I know what it feels like to move your body when you are uncomfortable in your own skin, and it is not always enjoyable in the moment, because all of a sudden you have to become really aware of things that you're feeling that you didn't feel years ago or months ago. Like all of a sudden, this is just my personal experience, I would run on a treadmill or jog on a treadmill and I would feel 5 seconds, all of a sudden this something jiggling. Something jiggling, good, rest. Something jiggling that wasn't jiggling the last time I ran on the treadmill months ago, and that was right here. Just some body fat that decided to hang out with me because, you know, I wasn't really moving much and I was in my phase of binge eating, my real struggle of binge eating back then. And all of a sudden I had this motivation to go to the gym and I was like, yes, I'm gonna move. And I'm like, I'm here, I'm doing it. Start jogging on the treadmill. All of a sudden I have 2 friends on my back reminding me of how unfit I was. Let alone the fact that I couldn't breathe after a minute. And all of a sudden, all of these like realizations were coming up in my face. We're gonna start from the beginning, so just mirror me as we do this, okay? Jumping jacks and marches. All of a sudden, all these obstacles, all these uncomfortable realities that I was pretty much trying to hide from were coming to the forefront. And I was like even more discouraged than when I started. I want you to take all of those things that are coming up for you right now and put them to the side. They may be very real, and they may be there staring you in the face. My counts might be off right now, sorry. 4, 5. But we're here because you want better. We're here because you're committed to moving for your mental health, for your mindset, and to get somewhere that you have never been before. And our motivations are not physical. They're mental. They are emotional, and they are to use movement to de-stress, to get out of our heads, to get into our bodies, stop thinking so much, and start moving, and breathing heavy, and getting our blood pumping, and stopping all of those negative thoughts in their path. 5, 4, 3, 2, good. We're gonna walk out. Nice and slow if you need to. So keep showing up for yourself. Day 1, day 2, day 3, week 1 might be the easiest week because motivation is strong. Well, I'm gonna tell you a secret. Motivation disappears for everybody. After a certain point, motivation's not gonna be there like it was on day 1. And it's okay, because we don't run on motivation. We do not run on motivation. You're doing really good. We know that where we want to go is going to take hard work, and it's going to take showing up even when we don't want to. But we have a strong why. We have a reason why we're showing up here. And it is not a light reason. It is a life-saving reason, to be quite frank. 10 seconds, you guys. Roll it up, roll it down. You're doing awesome. We're almost done with this workout. We have one last thing. We're gonna do it right here. Squat, left and right. Do your best. Good. We're halfway. Breathe in, breathe out. Less than 20 seconds. Left, right, almost there, 10 seconds. Four, three, 2, 1, done! I don't know why I did that. Congratulations, you finished day 1 of the Beginner Warrior workout. Awesome job. Today, this first week is gonna be a little bit weird. We're gonna do a bunch of different things. We're just getting into it. So every day is gonna be different. So I'm excited to see you tomorrow. Before we go, we're gonna end with a similar affirmation, giving gratitude for ourselves for showing up. This is really powerful because a lot of the time we do things and we just go through them and we never really are present with it. We don't acknowledge that we did this thing that was really hard, or it took us a while to get there to do it, and then we're already on to the next thing. Or, you know, which happens often, you're actually doing the thing. Like, how many of you were doing those walkouts and couldn't wait to be, you know, doing the next thing that you have to do later today, or couldn't wait to go back to bed, or whatever it is. So you showed up, and it's time to acknowledge that. It's time to start acknowledging yourself for those moments, because they are powerful, man. It may seem small, but it is powerful. Baby steps count too. So we're gonna say out loud, thank you for showing up today. You're talking to yourself, by the way. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for showing up for me today. I'm so grateful every time I remind myself that I can move my body, that I can breathe a little deeper, that I can stretch a little bit more, and that I can push myself 1 more inch than I thought I could. I am strong, I am powerful, I am a warrior, and I am ready for what's next. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.